Hello and welcome back to Train Sim World 2. It's rush hour time and the northeast corridor, Boston to Providence. We're starting on this menu so I can show you what we're running today. We're going to be going into the timetable. Yes, and it is indeed August at the time of recording, the 20th, and we're going to be running this. The ACS64V AMTK Amtrak. We're going to keep precipitation and wetness off, but I'm going to go for what the weather was roughly like at the time we're doing this service. So we've got August, no rain. In fact, we could stick the wetness up a little bit, give us something to work with, and there was a light wind, so we'll do that as well. 17.1 degrees C. And we're going to start with the very first one. The reason I'm choosing this, I have given it a little bit of a play. And I've done all the tutorials, you'll be pleased to know, for each of the locos. The summer update, which was timed to coincide with the release of Rush Hour, did add a little bit extra to the tutorials. However, there's still some bits missing here and there. There's still no in-depth tutorial for the advanced systems, but I'm going to enable them today, just because. Why not? I'm not very good at them, but it gives us something else to look at. So this is the one we're doing, guys. Amtrak Northeast Regional 95 Boston to Providence. So we get to run the entire journey. Here we are then, 9 minutes past 6 in the morning. We weigh 489.9 tons, 9 cars, 247.5 yards long. And we're starting at Boston South Station and heading to Providence. A bit of relaxation involved in this timetable. You to open the wrong doors. Good start, Grand. Why to open the correct doors? Did I lock the other ones? I don't know. Shall we have a look out the window before we set up? Did I lock them? No, they're open. Don't get out of that side, guys. Don't do it. Let's close the other doors back up. There we go. We should still have the left doors open. I'm panicking now. Good start. Oh, we can't get through that girder. There we go. There we go. People can... Oh, there's a train there. People can get in and out now. We've got some setting up to do, but I'm now on tilt a little bit. I'm going to put the ditch lights on. I'm going to put the front headlights on. We're also going to do all the other things, like the brake mode to passenger. And before we do anything else, let's quickly get up and switch on the fancies, the emergency systems, or the safety systems, I should say. Do we have the marker light on? Why not? Let's turn the alerter on as well. We've got to close the doors already. And we're late. Okay, close the doors. Press the correct key this time. Why? For the left doors. Why indeed? Let's get everything in. Reverser to forward. Everything's turned on. And it's time to go. Goodness me. There's a lot to do setting up the train. Do I have everything okay? We need to turn that on to release. And let the brake pressures sort themselves out. And we'll give it a bit of juice. Hopefully we'll get going. Have I forgotten anything? Everything? Possibly. Anything? No. Most of the... In fact, every tutorial you do for each of these locos will be in the snow. But it wasn't snowing today in Boston. Not that I was there, but I did check the weather report. It was a bit like this. Very cloudy. I don't know whether it was raining, though. So we're going semi-realistic for... what would it have been? The 19th, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, I should have done the 20th, or whatever the weather's like now. No, because you can't do in the future, can you, Grand? But we're off. I hope you grabbed everything I did there to get the train moving. There's quite a few switches and buttons to press. Brake mode is probably the most important. Otherwise you won't move. Ditch lights, not important. Front headlights probably is important. We've got the horn as well, which doesn't sound too bad. We can use it here. And press B to turn off the bell. We're off. We're moving. One thing I like about this Loco is this screen here, where it shows you your acceleration, so you know whether you're slowing down or speeding up in fractions, which is always handy because as the grade changes there, it's hard to tell sometimes, especially when you don't feel the inertia of the train. Yeah, we're going. So, a little bit about this service. You get the entire train up to speed for a start, but there's a few things to pay attention to. Now, because we've got the systems enabled, the safety systems, you'll see the blue is what that is telling us as the accepted speed. However, you have to first pay attention to the red one. Whichever's highest you pay attention to, the lowest even. Don't pay attention to the... Am I accelerating? I may be. No, I was braking. We do have a combined brake and accelerator. We also have the standard automatic brake down there as well. The combined brake and throttle is good for balancing your speed, and the independent brake is good for stopping, and it really is good for stopping. Although you'll see, like towards the end, it gets a little tricky with the safety systems, which took some getting used to, and I'm not very good at it. I'm going to rely on the safety systems reminding me what the speeds are, and then show you how to get out the pickle that I get myself into every single time it happens. It's fairly straightforward. But first off, we've got a short stop, which is Boston Back Bay Track 1. That's a mouthful. And we're going to stop there. Then we've got a little bit of a dash to our next stop, and then we've got a full run. About a 30-mile run, I think, all the way up to our last stop, which is when things get a little tricky. We do get some good sprints, though, some good top speed. Okay, this is where I'm going to concentrate a little bit. I'm trying to use the keys. I do feel like I still need to get Rail Driver. I don't have it yet. Does the support work for it? I've not seen anyone mention it not working, so I'm going to assume it does work. But yes, I'll get hold of that, because it would be nice to have tactile controls rather than keyboard and mouse. Nothing wrong with keyboard and mouse, of course. I don't think a controller will cut it. I tried with a controller before and I didn't get along with it. Maybe because I'm used to the keyboard. Are we going to stop at the right place? Maybe. There we go. Come on, brake, brake, brake. Takes a little while for the brakes to respond. We don't have any passenger cars, luckily, here, and there's no red light. Well, a little bit of an overshoot there. Let's open the correct doors. Right doors are unlocked. We can use the camera, however, to take a look. How did we do? I think it's okay, providing we don't need to get out, which we don't. Yeah, there we go. We've hidden ourselves by that stairwell there. And people are getting on. What was that? Did that person have a light on their rear? I don't know what happened there. No one else is getting in here. You can go down with the camera. Caution. Yeah, the gap. Oh, I was able to do that last time. I could click the door somehow. There we go. Click the door and then you can slide in. Take a look inside the carriage. Because I've blocked us in, guys. Although you can get into the engine compartment-y bit. There's the little corridor in there. I should show you, really. Let's get in there. This one. Yeah, you can walk through. So I don't know whether you can walk straight through to the other end. To the other cab. Can you? You can. That's cool. Oh, we're late. We're late. Oh, dear. I think we'll make up some time. I hope. Anyway. Right, close the doors. Stop waffling. People are already miserable. Offer them coffees, everyone. Right. Release the brakes. And that takes a little while, but it does allow us to get a little bit of throttle on. There we go. We're on our way. We're moving again. I'm going to change this to read Systems. ATC ACSES. There you go. It tells you all about what's going on there. ATC speed limit 125. AC. Is there a way of pronouncing that better? ACES speed limit? Or is it just ACSES? Anyway, yes, it says everything there. You need to know. A little bit dark. Now, with the throttle, be a little bit careful once you get into the notch 6 on here, as it has a tendency to wheel slip, but you can balance it out. It tends to work quite well after probably 60 miles an hour. You can start shifting it up a little bit. Perhaps down here gives me a clue. I feel like once it hits the 50 mark, it starts wheel slipping, so you can probably accelerate a little quicker, maybe. As long as it doesn't hit 50, it'll probably start wheel slipping. I have to keep an eye on that. It's hard to see, though. You'd have to zoom in. We are clear, and the speed limit is 60, which aligns currently with the track speed limit until we pass this marker. And there's our next stop, is 9.8 miles away. Route 128, track 1. Got to be there by 6:30 and 38 seconds. Can we give it a little bit of juice now? Up to 6? Yeah, probably a little bit more. We're not accelerating past 50 yet. Do you horn past the station? Do you horn past the stations? I'm going to get the bell ringing as we go by. Just in case you can't see the whacking great train coming past at 67 miles an hour, to be precise. And go, turn the bell off. Can we give this a bit of juice? It's not going over 50 yet. I've not seen the wheel symbol appear over the speedometer there, the actual speed on the speedometer. So yeah, we can give this a bit of juice, I think. Maybe get up to 120. Dare I put it up to max? I think we're good. There we go, we're at max. I'm not 100% sure on when the alerter rings. I think it's when you haven't used the controls for X amount of time. As well as when you're overspeeding. Actually, leave the controls alone. Let's see if it does anything. So you can see them. They did go off, I believe, as we was heading into the first station. It was Q, the same as AWS if you're used to the UK ones, to respond to the alerter. Well, acknowledge the alerter. It's equivalent to pressing that button. There we go, guys. Over 100 miles an hour. I do like this one. We'll have plenty of time to look outside. It's probably not worth it while we're going under tunnels. There we go. We can clear that. Acknowledge. Because I'm not sure what the camera does. It'll probably dance in and out. Will it? Yes. Yes, it will. That's all we'd get to look at occasionally. So we'll wait until we're in the open. Now, when do we start slowing down? Because we will get up to full speed, pretty much. And we now can balance it so that we're slowing a little bit. There we go, that should do. We're slightly over speeding. I don't think it's going to moan too much. It's uphill. I've got a lovely cup of tea as well. I'm sure you're allowed to drink, aren't you, while you're operating a train? Are there any cup holders? Just there. Does that answer my question? So yeah, I like this one. There's a midway checkpoint that tests your ability to stop the train. And then at the end, towards the end, once you get towards the end station, it gets a little bit hectic. And you have to have your wits about you, as we're changing speeds quite a lot. As I'm speeding now. Is that too much? We are slowing if I take the power handle to idle. We do want to have a go in those, don't we? The one that just passed. That has the, was it the MU valve? The one that everybody trips over, including myself, on the sandpatch grade. It does teach you, though, in the tutorial for that Loco. You'll be pleased to know. Right, we're approaching our next station. Oh, we can speed up a little bit. Do I need to speed up though? I'd like to not shoot past, as that's very easy to do. It's great to see a passenger train that does speeds like this. In the US it really is. I'm gonna call it a day there on the power, and possibly start slowing, in fact. Otherwise I think we're gonna struggle. Yeah, that's approaching us pretty rapidly, isn't it? 2.4, yes. Let's get that speed scrubbed a lot. I'd like to be closer to 30 than 100, ideally. Well, we've still got 2 miles to go. Maybe it's a little premature. I don't know, though. What? A little over 6 minutes to get there? Maybe. I think this is good speed, isn't it? Gradually slowing. Do I have to slow any? I might need to slow a bit more than this. 1.5 miles. Oh, and it's downhill as well. So gravity's not in our favour. Maybe. Let's see how far we can push this. I do want to slow down quite a bit more now. We're running out of miles. Yeah, there we go. Down to 60. That's better. A little more comfortable. Yeah, we've still got 5 minutes to get there, and it's under a mile. There we go. We can relax a little bit now, can't we? Yep. You're overdoing it now. How would you drive one of these? Anybody out there who's watching, do you operate one of these in real life? Am I being overcautious? I would imagine so. There we go. Station approaching. Now, the reason I did that, the first time I tried this, I flew past it. Absolutely shot past it. I was nearly at Providence before I realised what was going on. Because I turn off the stop markers as they get in the way, don't they, of the scenery. It's getting brighter. By the time we get to our last stop, it should be... the sun should be up. Crawl into the station. Do you have to put the bell on or anything? Probably not at this hour, right? That wouldn't be very good. We'll pretend we don't want to wake everyone up. There we go, release that. Glide up to our stopping point. They're nice little stations, these, aren't they? Alright, where we got to stop? 300 yards away. Is that at the right at the end of this platform or midway? There might be a marker on the side of the track that I'm not seeing. Look for a marker, guys. There's an E. Is that it? End. E for end. Perhaps. No. No, we're going to go past that. Is there another E? Another end. I thought it might be E for end. Maybe that's for the commuter. There's a 1. No, that's the platform number. I don't know. We're early, which is why I'm taking my time, just crawling up. Or do US trains do this? I feel like they might. I still can't see our E, so I'm guessing it's just at the end of the platform. Yeah, it looks good enough, doesn't it? Let's throw that up. Going to be a little bit off. It's not ideal, is it? Yeah, rubbish grand. Right, correct doors, which are indeed the right doors. Can we get out now? Did I leave ourselves a bit of room? I did. There we go. There's our Loco. We finally get a chance to step out. Because we've got some waiting to do, haven't we? Our train's calmed down. Our Loco. Do our lights need to be that bright? I like them that bright. They don't light up much in the tunnel. Route 128. Is that the name of the station? Yeah, so I couldn't see any more end or E signs. I'm still going to say that's possibly for the commuter down there. There we go. We can finally get in here. Can you use these? Open door. Open local door. Door key high platform. Ooh. This is a high platform, isn't it? What does that mean? Do I dare touch it? Out. What does that do? Does that move these? In. High platform. Does that... I bet it does these, doesn't it? I'm guessing it's going to be automatic. Never looked at those before. Oh, come on, Grand. You got to go. No, you don't have to go. You don't have to go at all. Has anybody ridden one of these? We've got the toilets there. What is this? First class or just the... Do they even have first, second class? It's pleasant, isn't it? Seeing as that hit me right in the face. This walking along these reminds me of the old Intercity 125s. Oh, they are different. But would you call this first class? I would say this is standard class. Looking at the other seats, these look fancy. Or, well, I don't know. Tough. They're almost maquette, aren't they? Do you want to give up control? No. I'm just exploring the garage. Why do I want to give up control? I'm sure I never used to do that. We can't get in our Loco from here. We can look at it. We can't get in it. Right, get back in your Loco, Grand. I think we're done. Oh, it's business class. It says it there. So what's that one? If that one's business class, this must be coach class. Is that standard class? Right, get back in. Just gently stroll. Nice full parking lot. There seems to be a bit of variety there now, doesn't there? Yeah, get in here. Close this and we can get going. Almost. We want to be a little bit more relaxed, don't we, than when we left Boston anyway. Sip of tea. We won't close our doors until, what, about, say about 10 seconds to go. Then we've got a big run, a 30-mile run where we can get up to speed. Has anybody tripped over this route yet, this service? I don't think you do with the standard speeds on, with all the gubbins turned off, the safety systems. Not gubbins, is it? No, it's safety systems. I'm fairly sure, even though this is active, nothing happens. It doesn't punish you. It will punish you when we're over speeding. This will pop up here. We'll get a message. And the only way I've seen to... Well, we can talk about that when it happens. Alright, shall we start closing the doors? You for right doors. And then we'll get ready to leave. Get ready to release the brakes. When it hits 38 seconds past. 38 seconds past 31. That's a weird way to say that. Silent. I like the sound, the hum of the engine. Well, the motor would be motors, wouldn't it? Not so much engines. There we go. We're ready to go. Let's release those and get a bit of power into the wheels. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on this, because I believe it is at around 50 that it will wheel slip. Is it secondary motors that kick in when all that's happening? Did I turn on... There's a secondary motor I think you're supposed to turn on, although this was all powered up, so I'm going to say that it was possibly powered up correctly when I got in. Let's try 50. How's that do? 50% that is. Was that close to 50%? As long as it doesn't trip over. I don't know what this actually is it? Miles? There we go. Miles per hour a minute. Acceleration and deceleration. So if you go over 50, we get a bit slippy. Let's try a little bit more. See if we can make it wheel slip. That's 57 I saw there. What about up to there? I saw a 52, so it's not 50, a little bit higher than 50 then. Without wheel slipping. Bit more. Oh, it looks like we're good. Perhaps it's different in the wet as well. That's a good point. I was doing this with a wet track before and in the snow. So we might have a little bit more grip. Those cab ends, like a DVT, they are so quiet when you're driving those. Super quiet. I think we can just go for it here, can't we? Let's just put it up to max. Yeah, no wheel slip. Brilliant. Right, time to get up to speed. I hope you can hear the safety features out here. We'll take a look at this. It's all countryside. There's our train. Nice camera angle. There we go. Can we get a better view? What have we got? 3, because we can zoom right out from 3, can't we? With the cursor keys. There we go. We're a bit in the trees though. Can we not be in the trees? Be nice to see another train passes while doing this. Can't hear any safety systems from houses over there. Not that way, that way. Yeah, can't hear the safety systems. Oh, there it goes. Can I press Q outside? I can. Oh, that's brilliant. I remember getting caught by that all the time in Train Simulator, where the safety systems would go off, but you couldn't hear them. AWS, usually. Yeah, so 27 miles at 125 miles an hour. That's going to be a pleasant journey, isn't it? We can get out occasionally. I think it's safe to. What's interesting is the track speed goes up to 130. But I've never seen ATC or ACSES allow us to go any further than that. Any further than 125. Oh, what did that mean? DS. I just saw that. What's DS, guys? Is that what that said? I bet there's some trackside clues to some of the things I begin to struggle with later on. Right, let's drop the power off there. Now, I'm trying to keep an eye out on any trackside things. I'll have to zoom in. This is absolutely great. It's a lovely stretch of track. A lot of straight sections. I guess Boston to Providence is a new layout, or has this been out for a while? It's just been built for a while. There goes the local commuter. I like the fence thing in the middle. I'm just going to guess that's to prevent people from wanting to cross over like that, rather than at the designated places. Right, a bit more power. I told us about this, the accelerator, the acceleration, and then I ignored it. As long as we're gaining a bit of speed, we could probably gain a bit more, couldn't we? Are we going uphill? Oh yes, 0.4%. You can tell, in fact, can't you? It does feel like it's going up into the distance there. But you can use all this, or most of it, a lot of it anyway. I've not found any form of cruise control. There might be something in here somewhere. There's a lot that works. Same with the commuter as well, once we have a go on that. I'll try and find us a nice involved little run. Maybe even some yard work or something. I don't know. We should really get it out on the main line, shouldn't we? We're going a little quick, however we are losing speed more than we're gaining it. But we're downhill now, so yes, we're going to have to cut off some of this power, aren't we? There we go. That should balance it a little bit more. Just edge it up. 20 miles to go, however, 150 mile an hour speed limit. We're never going to be allowed to do that. I love that it only shows you for a brief second that we can do a... No, there it is. It's back again. 150. Don't know what that's all about. I guess it gives you some wiggle room, doesn't it? For any trains that can do that, or testing trains out. That'll be impressive if the US gets trains that can do 150. This route would be really, really nippy. You get there, it'd be a commuter. Definitely a commuter. Probably give planes a run for the money as well. Oh yes, you're just waffling and looking at the scenery. And so the alerter reminds me that I should be operating a very fast train instead. Ooh, there's a branch line going over there. Don't know where that goes. 9, is that a siding? 9 should bring up the map. Oh yeah, it is a siding. With some stuff. Oh, what's that over there? Another siding? Or another branch line, perhaps? We've got a ways to go. There are little branches coming off everywhere. Whether they're active in this, I don't know. How far we got to go? Quite a ways yet. We did pass through another station while I was looking at things. Now, this is Unreal Engine, if I'm correct, and they updated it with the summer update and rush hour. I'm hoping Unreal, is it Unreal 5 that's coming? Unreal Engine 5 with the loading scenery in the background. I saw some plants on the track. That's not a thing, but yes, I'll talk about the plants in a second. But it's perfect for this because it's a new way of detailing and loading scenery in. Freight wagons there, and I hope they upgrade to it when it becomes available, because I think it will be the answer to their problems with loading in huge maps, and possibly that would open up the door for when you buy a map in an area. If you buy another route, it could plug into it. I think that's what everybody dreams of, because it's all there already on your hard drive, isn't it? It would just be a different way of loading it in. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for the speed decrease, because I have no idea where it was. Now, plants. What were they doing? What was foliage doing on the tracks? I did see it. I saw some more as well as I was talking about the updated engine that's coming in the future, the near future. I don't know when the release date is, but it looks like someone at Dovetail got a little boisterous with the foliage brush. It was all on the track. That would be very much frowned upon. I haven't seen any since then, though. I can't remember what I've got the settings as. What's the FPS? It is 60 FPS. My keyboard was sticking. There, no, look, there's some on the track. You're not allowed to do that. They're supposed to be, what, 3 foot away? Oh yeah, there's loads down here. Need a bit of weeding. Have we been slowing down? That's my own fault for waffling. Yeah. Well, we're only 10 mile, no, 13 mile away. But we're also going to start approaching all the shenanigans that happens before Providence. And then that's when these kick in, these safety systems. And it's a bit brutal, and I panicked at first. But I'm hoping I can be a little more calm, perhaps, when it comes to all the bells and whistles sounding and me not panicking in a heap. Luckily we ain't drifting off onto that side track there. That's got to be getting close then, hasn't it, to the new station. I heard some beeping going on there. My eyes are all over the place right now. I don't know what I'm looking for, so I'm scanning the screen. I'm half excited to be editing this and actually look at what's going on. I might be able to learn something from myself. Ooh, is that a staggered station there? Yes, we've got to be getting towards the main station here. How long is this corridor then, as a passenger line that's like this? Because this is pretty impressive. Oh, we've got 110 there. I'm gonna drop it to idle. Because if we've got 110 coming up in 1.5 miles, we should maybe anticipate that. I still feel like the ATC will kick in before we reach that. Oh no, we're doing alright. Here we go. We can release it and just gradually slow down. We are slowing down at, what's that, 6 or 7 miles per hour a minute. Oh, there we go, guys. We've got to acknowledge that. And I think we've got to get it on suppression. Make sure this is on idle. And then we can leave that and get it back up again. Or is it just until it's slow enough? I feel like it didn't work when I just braked like usual. I think you have to get it into at least suppression. Perhaps, or have the brakes on and it in idle. I just juggle and panic and stare at things. Okay, now it's saying to go back up to the speed. I don't believe that for a second. I'm going to pay attention to our safety or in-cab signalling down there. Well, that's saying 125, but track speeds, yeah, track speeds going back up. That's different to what I did before. Oh, do you know why? I'll tell you why that's different to what happened before. It's because I panicked, pressed every button possible, hit it into... hit it... Oh no! Hit it into emergency. Oh, has it gone into emergency? Don't be emergency. We need to take this off, don't we? Take that off. There we go. Right, what is it telling it? Down to 60, suppression. I've got it into suppression, haven't I? There we go. Suppression, suppression. Or is it doing it for me? That was a drastic change. I'm hoping once we go below it... Oh, there we go. It stopped flashing. When we go below that, will it allow us to... bring off the brakes and accelerate? Yes. Yes, there we go. Example of what happened the first time to me, but I panicked, and as I was telling you, I hit emergency, and of course that is not good. You have to come to a complete stop. Yes, yes. I'm acknowledging 60 mile an hour, I'm guessing. Which we are doing. Does that mean we're going to slow down again? Maybe. We don't want to go over, do we? I turned on the cab light. That's not what you wanted. But I got some points for it. Right. So, I let it drift, and I'm going to acknowledge it, and I'm going to bring it down under. There we go. Some of this you probably don't need to do. The concentration is real. Definitely. 60? Still 60. It may slow us down again, but I don't mind if I can recover from it. There we go. We've got just a gentle beep there. We're still 5 miles out from our stop. But we've got 10 minutes to get there. There we go. Nice and gentle. Relaxed. Are we going to see a speed change? I don't think so, because the track speed is now going to drop, isn't it? To 60, yes. Then up to 70? I don't think we'll see that. I saw some more foliage there on the lines. Over a river. What river would that be? Don't look at the river. Concentrate on all the safety systems, Grand. But the river looked nice. Probably chilly. I can't remember. What did the temperature say it was? 17 degrees Celsius. I mean, if it was 17 degrees Fahrenheit, I wouldn't be anywhere out there. It'd be a bit frosty. Oh, we've got to slow down again, have we? Do we just hit say the words suppression, and then will it be happy with us? There we go. I mean, you're not getting a perfect score on this, are you? If you have to pay attention to that. Should I know in advance? Am I missing a key component here? What's the speed coming up, the speed change should be? I might have left something off. It is entirely possible. We got this released. 45, approach medium. ATC is limiting us, even though the track speed is 70. I like this. This is a lot more involved. Yeah, I need to learn to turn all the safety features on everything we get in. You have to learn more, obviously. Let's see if we can use the other brake system. I saw a couple of magnets there. Right, we're going to have to fully slow down, aren't we? Get it up to suppression. Get this up to idle. I see, yeah, I see the yellow over there. Double red is that? It says approach 30 though. Is that a double red? Am I allowed to pass through a double red? A little bit concerned. Yes. Yeah, as long as I acknowledge and approach 30. Well, there we go. I didn't need to panic too much. Just a little bit. As a train driver, you can't help but panic going through reds. I wouldn't like to do that on the roads, that's for sure. I wouldn't trust anything. Okay, how far out are we? Why are we slowing down out here? 3.2 miles out. Perhaps we've caught up with a commuter train. That's an idea, and we're just chasing yellows. This is the equivalent. Maybe. We can use the brake system, can't we? Oh, look at us gliding along the little freeway thing there. Oh, that's awesome. They must be going a little bit quicker. Is that CSX? It is. Oh, that's possibly not usable, though, surely. I'll have to check to see if there are any of my other DLC that I can use on here. What are you doing speeding up? Slow down. Are we dropping any speed? A little. It's not complaining though, so we'll keep it going over the speed limit a little bit. There we go. It's downhill, that's why. Yeah, I like this with an actual freeway next to us. Ooh, and another yard over there. I like this. Is this something you can go on? I feel like there is a northeast corridor, but the freight side of things. Okay, 2.4 miles away. It's still telling us to crawl in here. But we're doing good on time. Oh, yes, don't miss that. My tea's probably cold now because I'm all hands on the keyboard. Right. Dare I drink anything? Come on. Lovely. Well, we're on time, aren't we? Easily. Easily, even at 30. Although I'm kind of hoping it lets us speed up a little bit, at least 45. I don't think technically we need to go any quicker. It's just allowing us to crawl up there, isn't it? Rather than flying at 125 mile an hour, or what, it was 150, wasn't it, track speed? And then at the last minute, you'd be down to 60. There we go. We've got a red and a yellow. What are you going to tell us? Probably new things. Oh, approach medium, 45. There we go. It's allowing us to go 45. I guess it's balancing out what we're allowed to do. Train in front of us, I'm guessing, has moved off. Or far enough away for us to increase our speed a little bit. I seem to see a correlation with the double magnet things that we see on the floor, or sensors. You'll see them occasionally, and the info changes each time we cross those. Must be the auto signalling, so it can judge our spacing. Yeah, 1.4 miles now, so it's just going to be cruising into the station soon, isn't it? We won't need to worry about hitting 45. Nice little tilt on it as we're coming in. Another piece of track heading off into, I don't know where. Here we go. Is that going to tell us to do something? There we go. Down to 30 now. Yeah, I acknowledge it, and I'm going to change it. Suppression. Get down to 30. There we go. Release that. I'm going to press Q anyway. No, because I missed the A. I'll be honest. I don't know why I was pressing Q. Because you missed the A, Grand. You just told everyone. Yeah, this is it, isn't it? Into the station. We're going to have to keep an eye on any speed limit changes at the station, because that might have a speed limit. I never really got this far, because I never completed it. But I did learn a lot from my mistakes. So I'm hoping this is a little better. Let me know, guys, if anyone understands the safety systems better than I. I'm just acknowledging them and checking the speeds and then slowing down when it says. Are we supposed to act like that? Or is it? Or is there a clue to what those speeds are? I can't see one. Oh, I just noticed a time to penalty that I've never... Oh, yes, that I've never paid attention to. There might be a countdown. Let's keep an eye on that next time, or when I'm editing, and then I can tell you in our next run out, even if we're not in this. Which may confuse people watching that, if we're in one of the other... Well, no, maybe not, because this is in the other locos, so it wouldn't be confusing at all. And I will try and figure out how to turn them on all the locos. Right, it's time to stop, isn't it? Yes. Can't keep going at this speed forever. We've got another couple of sensors we're going to be crossing. Time to penalty, that's not showing. It's just saying restrict. Perhaps it gives you a little bit of time to respond. And just because I was panicking before, that meant that time was going much faster than it was. Because I was pressing everything and then hitting emergency. But this was pleasant. We've made it, providing I don't go through that red and stop at the end of the platform instead. There we go. Get you slowed down. Takes a little while for the brakes to kick in. That's okay. Bring it gently up to the E. So we can get out perhaps as well. There we go. Brake there, please. Did we do a good job? 4 yards. A little short. Not to the right doors. The left doors. Yes, there we go. We made it. Providence. Quick look out at the station. Hello. Yes, professional driver. At your service. I don't know what goes on all the way out there. Whether you can go that way or not. But there's our train. Some flies on the front. Unsurprisingly. Oh, we have a passenger information service thing going on. On time. Is that me? Is that me? I am on time. Stopping at Newport. Oh, no. That wasn't us, was it? We didn't stop at any of those. But there we go. A pleasant journey. Only a mild bit of panic, which is don't climb down. Mild panic only. The rest of it was alright. And that's your lot. Let's see what scores we got. Close the doors. I don't think there's anything else for us to do. Left door's locked. I'm leaving the train on unless it asks us to shut it down. We should shut it down technically, but there we go. Guys, 8,488. Gold star, diamond thing. Is that the point symbol? We could take a look at the accuracy. Not very good. 10 yards, 9 yards. And that didn't count, the last one? Come on, that was my best one. Look at the actual, though. Due and actual. 630, 626, 615, 615. Beautiful. I enjoyed that one. I do like a good high-speed run. That was my first look at rush hour and this route we were just on. That was the Amtrak Northeast Regional 95 Boston to Providence. When we come back, we'll take out the other locos or the other train and see how we can do with all the safety features turned on. And until then, take care.